Hello, boys and girls. I thought that today we'd talk about spring. The springtime is such an amazing season because it comes after winter, and in the winter everything is kind of dark and gray, and the grass on the ground is turned brown, the leaves have fallen to the ground, and now the branches are bare, and you just get excited when you start to see the first signs of spring. At least I know that I do. So today when I was out on my walk on this beautiful day, I decided to look for signs of spring. And I decided that the best way that I could do that would be to use my 5 senses. Do you know what your 5 senses are? You see with your eyes, you hear with your ears, you touch with your hands, you taste with your tongue, and you smell with your nose. So that's what I did on my walk. And I collected a few things that I thought I wanted to talk to you about today. I thought they would be really good signs of spring. So the first thing that I found on my walk was this piece of tree bark. Now the tree bark fell to the ground, and I think it did probably because of the rough winter that we had. It fell to the ground and I picked it up, and it's kind of discolored. Normally, you think that the bark on the tree is going to be brown. But in this case, it has a little bit of green to it, and it feels kind of bumpy. So what senses did I use? I used my eyes to see the colors, and I'm using my hands right now to feel that the tree bark is bumpy. The next thing that I came upon was some ivy. Now, ivy is amazing because it will grow up anything that is attached to. It'll grow all the way up a fence or up the side of the house. But you always have to be careful with ivy that you choose, and you only touch ivy if the adult you're with says it's okay. So this is ivy that won't hurt you at all, and it's green, and it's coming and growing off its stem, and it feels smooth. So I observed that this ivy is green with my eyes, and I touched the stem. I feel it's a little bumpy here, but the leaves are smooth. So I used 2 of my senses. Now I'm going to try to smell. I can barely smell the ivy. It doesn't really have a very strong scent to it. Next, I came across some forsythia. Now, actually, my petals have fallen off here, but forsythia is that big, beautiful yellow plant that you'll see. So here it is, and it's also soft and green and yellow and a little bit of brown on the stem, and it smells not that fragrant. I really don't smell very much when I put my nose to it. Another sign of spring that I love is when the grass turns from brown to green. And in the morning on a nice spring day, there'll be a little bit of moisture of water droplets on top of the grass, and that's dew. We call it dew. So today I'm holding up this grass, and the dew has evaporated away. The sun shined down on it, and now it's not wet anymore. It feels a little bit prickly, but kind of soft. And the color, as I said before, is green. So I used, again, my sense of sight. Ooh, now the grass does have a scent to it. You know what it smells like? I know this is going to sound strange, but you'll all know what I'm talking about. It smells like grass. Like when the gardeners come, or when your mommy and daddy mow the lawn, and right after they mow the lawn, you can smell something in the air, and you know what that smell is? It's the smell of grass. It's a really, really nice scent, and it makes me think of the springtime. And finally, there's a tree. It's my very favorite tree. It's the magnolia. The magnolia has these beautiful blossoms coming off of it. These leaves are purple and white, and they stay on top of the tree, and then after a little while, they don't last that long, they fall to the ground. So I picked these up from the ground, and this tree, the magnolia, smells absolutely beautiful. It smells like spring. It's a floral, happy, cheerful, wonderful smell. So get outside and make sure you try to find a magnolia tree soon, because soon all of the petals will be on the ground. And finally, I brought some grapes because I think as spring comes, our grapes start to get sweeter and sweeter and sweeter. So, I'm using my sense of taste, and it tastes sweet. Sweet or sour, and it's sweet. And that's really what I did today when I took my walk to learn about spring by using my 5 senses. I was lucky enough to also have some beautiful tulips that make my house look extra fresh and beautiful. Now I attached a sheet for you. It's a spring sense sheet, and you can fill in the different things that you see and that make you feel and know that it's springtime outside by using your 5 senses. So it says, I see, and then I drew a picture of all the beautiful flowers. I hear with my ears, and guess what I heard? I heard the birds chirping. I touched the bark on the tree, and I felt some raindrops when I was out walking yesterday, and I could hear the rain too when I was in my house. It was pounding down on the window. I taste strawberries. I tasted strawberries the other day, but guess what? I ate them all. They were so delicious. So today I was tasting grapes. And here's a picture of the beautiful magnolia tree, which happens to be my favorite. So those are the pictures and the drawings and the words that I wrote about spring. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope that you'll be sure to use your 5 senses and go outside and enjoy a great spring day. Bye! See you all soon!